Well, gang, I'm on my way to the Yoop for one more try at filling this bear tag in Michigan. I'm on the shores of Lake Superior here in Wisconsin, just traveling on my way out to the UP right now, and just decided to get out and stretch a little bit along the beach here. So I got a deal going with Mike, and if you remember, and sorry for the traffic noise in the background, but I'm just basically at a rest area here. But so I met Mike, and he owns a motel there where I'll be staying. He also is a bear guide, sells bear bait and all kinds of different. He's a pretty serious bear guy. I got to talking to him, and he's basically about done with this guiding, but he's got a few baits that are still active, and so I kind of worked out a deal with him that I can go out there and hunt some of his baits. I also still have the option of starting up you know, a couple of my baits, or you know, getting them fired up again too. I've got that option. So I got lots of options, and I just got 4 or 5 days here, and we're gonna see how this goes. But I really hate to give up on this tag, and so I'm gonna really work hard at it here for the next few days, and hopefully go ahead and finish out this hunt in Michigan and get this bear tag filled and a bear in the freezer. So thanks for following along. This is it. This is the last hurrah, so let's hope it works. Well, folks, it's October, and I'm in the tree stand, and it's 80 degrees. What a crazy year this has been. It's a strange feeling hunting over someone else's bait. For me, it's been a while, and but Mike seems like he's pretty on the ball. And he doesn't have a camera on this bait, so he doesn't know what's been hitting it. It hasn't been hit. It's got a stump with a rock, and it's covered up, and it wasn't hit when we came in here, but that doesn't mean, you know, it wouldn't be tonight. The bears are real irregular right now, and he said he's got a lot of nocturnal activity. So anyway, it's a very close shot in here, and we'll see what happens. There's a really, really big one in here, and he could show up at any time. Beyond the bait there is a swamp back down in there, a cedar swamp, and the bears are coming from that. And the wind is mostly coming this way. It's pretty swirly in here, but that's pretty typical, and it's blowing pretty hard right now, so hopefully it settles down some by evening. I can talk in a regular voice just because it's blowing so hard. It's pretty noisy, a lot of background noise. So tomorrow morning I'm going to go ahead and go check Troy's bait, probably put a camera on it, and then I might go look at the baits that I left a week ago and just see. I mean, I'm sure they're completely cleaned out, and I don't know if I could get any information from them because I don't have cameras on them. I don't know if it's worth going to check them unless I take some bait and actually put a camera and start baiting them. But so it's about 3:30, and it's going to be a pretty long sit, but I'm in a comfortable ladder stand, and I'm in the woods, and it's pretty comfortable at 80 degrees with this breeze. So I'm just going to enjoy the afternoon sitting here, and maybe even get lucky and shoot a bear. Who knows? Wind is dying down, and the sun's below the tops of the trees here now. Doesn't feel like that time. Well, good morning. I did not see a bear last night, and I left my trail camera on the bait, so I'm going to go in there this morning and see if anything came after I left, and then I'll have some pictures and videos of it if it did. I was thinking, I'm just going to share a couple things with you. 5-6 hours on stand, the guy's got a lot of time to think, and I do a lot of that. This later fall bear hunting is pretty different, and I've only killed a couple bears in October out of the almost 40 bears that I've shot. And I've noticed some things about it, and there's a lot of nocturnal activity. And I think there's more reasons for that than I really have analyzed in the past. There's one thing I thought about last night that I think I thought about for the first time, and that is the fact that there is a lot of dry leaves on the ground right now. A lot of the trees have completely lost their leaves, and you can't walk quietly, which also means that the bears can't walk quietly, and bears are accustomed to coming to the bait without making a sound, and they just can't do that. There's also the other issues, and I've discussed before with you that, the daylight hours are just shorter, so there's more likely to be nocturnal activity. And then there's also the fact that a fair amount of the leaves and the bushes have lost their leaves and so forth. That makes it a little more open, which kind of lowers their comfort level coming to the bait. But I really think that this issue with the leaves on the ground and the noise that they have to make when they're moving about actually lowers their comfort and security level when approaching the bait also. We've talked about before how they have to feel secure and comfortable approaching a bait during the daylight, and ultimate comfort level, of course, is dark. It's just coming during the dark. So I just wanted to share that with you. I think this issue with the crunchy leaves, there might be more to that than I've really thought about before. But anyway, we are going to head out to this bait and see if anything happened, and we'll talk to you when we get in there. Well, the bait hasn't been hit. Looks the same as I left it last night. So I'm going to pull my camera out of here and go look at some other baits. 37 yards. That's a pretty long poke for an archery bear shot. That would be the longest distance I've ever shot a bear at, except for a spot and stalk hunt. Most of these baits are set up for rifle hunters, shotgun hunters, or whatever. But there is a big bear in here, and it's been shot at. It's been shot, just shot through the brisket. It's been spooked off this bait by people in the stand, but it keeps coming back. And unfortunately, the trail camera pictures that we have, he's got a Tactacam Reveal cell cam in here, and the only pictures it takes is of people walking in to refresh the bait. And they've been baiting it every day, and it's been cleaned up every night. So this bear has been coming back. I just have no idea what time he's coming back. Let me get this moved around here a little bit so I'm not quite so backlit. 4:23. So I got in the stand a little later. I went and put a couple of trail cameras out. One on another bait that we checked today, and I just went with Mike today and we checked 4 baits. This was one of them, and one of them had a pretty big bear on it that he's been getting pictures of every day, and then yesterday and today it hasn't been hit, or the night before, and then last night that bear didn't come back. 2 of the other ones were completely cleaned out every day, but he doesn't have a camera on them, so I went and put a camera on one of them. I also went and put a cell camera up on Troy's, but unfortunately I don't have service in here, so I won't know if a bear comes to that bait during the evening hours tonight until I get back to service. but that bait had been worked good. The barrel had been rolled all over the place, and a lot of the bait was gone out of the barrel. So they have been hitting it. So we got a lot of baits that are being hit. We just don't know when they're being hit at all. It's probably, Mike thinks it's all nocturnal activity, but you just don't know at any time one of these bears are going to make a mistake. So that's where we're at here. I'm just getting settled in. The gnats are pretty bad. I haven't had problems with mosquitoes yet, even though it's in the 80s again today and it's really windy. But the gnats were really bad here as I was getting in the stand. 80s today with the south wind, and then tomorrow it's supposed to be a high of 70, and then it's really supposed to fall apart with cold north winds and rain, and we're going to have, I mean, for all practical purposes, my best hunting nights are tonight and tomorrow night. So, you know, hopefully we can get it done. That's probably going to be the only 2 nights that I'll hunt, but we'll see. I got good rain gear, and we'll just watch the forecast, and who knows, I might get another night or two. You know, I am not going to be able to see a bear on this bait until it just steps at the bait. I have no chance of seeing it coming at all, and it's just going to be right there, because this is just basically a tunnel between me and the bait, 40 yards or just under 40 yards. I'm going to have no warning whatsoever, but at least I've got some distance here, so got a chance to get a shot off, hopefully. This is different than what I'm used to, but I'm up for it. Well, the sun's just going down, and it's down to that magic last half hour. I just realized I haven't eaten since breakfast. I started getting hungry. I went to a local restaurant, a cafe in town, and I had a meat lover's omelet. The thing was ginormous, and it's literally been 12 and a half hours since I ate that thing, and I'm just now starting to get hungry. Man, there's only about a half an hour left, and this wind hasn't laid down much. I really hope it starts to go down. Really increases our odds of having a bear come in. This is going to get to be kind of a boring video if I don't shoot a bear pretty soon. So I didn't see anything last night, and I'm out this morning. I'm going to run 4 baits of Mike's, and he gave me the bait and everything like that, so I know where they are, and check cameras. Actually just going to do 3 because we got a cell camera on one of them, and that bear that's been there every single day just quit coming back 3 days ago and hasn't been back. Also, I pulled the camera on Troy's place just now. I just came out of there. It just had coons on it, and it had been hit pretty hard, but when I put a camera in there yesterday, then it looked like it was going to be pretty good, but it wasn't. It was just coons. So I'm going to run these baits, and then probably tonight's my last night. Pick one of these stands to hunt, because it's we got some nasty weather coming in. Like, the wind is just howling right now, and it is supposed to lay down in the evening tonight. It's supposed to be a chance of showers off and on today. And then some really nasty weather is supposed to come in. Temperature's going to drop, north winds, a lot of sideways rain and stuff like that. So I think for all practical purposes, wherever they decide to hunt, tonight is where I'm going to push all my chips into the middle. And this is pretty much all in on this hunt on one last day. And that could even change after I run these baits. wow, I might be done. This is the main one that I thought I'd probably hunt tonight. Well, just one more bait to check. I've done enough of these that sometimes you just have a sense that when it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. And I'm starting to feel that way, but I'm having a really hard time letting it go right now. Well, all right, I just got done finishing the last bait. And unfortunately, the only bait that was hit is the one that I hunted last night. And that obviously, that bear came in well after dark, or could have been right after I left, I don't know. But if I got trail camera pictures of it, I'll show them to you right now while I'm talking. We've had just nocturnal activity here on these 4 baits of Mike's, and if there's activity at all, and they've just really pretty much died off. So it's just time to put this tractor in the barn, I guess. I don't know what else to say. I hate to give it up because I put so much time and energy into it, but I had a lot of fun. I saw a lot of cool country, and overall, you know, it was a real positive experience hunting in a new area, and met some cool people. And just had an overall good time. Had a couple of fairly close calls. I zigged when I should have zagged a couple times, but unfortunately, I guess I'm going to make tag sandwich out of this Michigan tag. So anyway, I'm really grateful that you followed along, and I wish I had a dead bear at the end of this video to show you. I'm disappointed that I don't have that to show you. I hope you enjoyed this. Anyway, there was just a lot of interesting parts to it, and like I said, a lot of cool country, and just a lot of new things. And every time I do this, I learn something. So I hope you did too. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you on the next video.